Hey all, it's Dan Booknook-Noggin, and let's talk about 8 Billion Genies by Charles Soule and Ryan Brown. Now, this one is an Image comic. It is a newer Image comic. It collects the entire 8-issue series. This is for mature readers, so it does contain mature content. It is science fiction and humor. And one of the reasons why I wanted to share this with you guys is because this really had a very strong start to it. I'm going to give you the premise of what it's about. Basically, there's this kind of thing happens. They refer to it later on in the book as G-Day. The population on the Earth hits 8 billion, and genies magically appear. Every single person on the world gets a genie, and with that genie is not 3 but only 1 wish. And yeah, let's start with that. So this really had a really strong start. I really dug this. Probably the first third of this book was really good and interesting. Why I say that is because, with the idea of every person getting 1 wish and knowing how people are, a lot of people waste their wishes, and I love the fact that they go into how selfish most people, or a good majority of people, can be, and how those selfish people kind of take their wishes, and without thinking, without really going into the repercussions of how or what they want their wishes to be, they don't really think about things, how they're going to affect the rest of the world, or how those things will affect everyone else. So I love the way that it kind of, focused on the bad side of humanity and how people are selfish and people think they're reckless with stuff. They don't really think about stuff. Like, in the heat of the moment, people are going to always tend to think about themselves and only themselves. So that's why I really enjoyed that aspect of this comic. Now, of course, as things go on, you can only imagine you got 8 billion people and 8 billion wishes. The chaos does ensue. There's a lot of people who want the same ideology. They all desire the same thing. And the weird thing is, when people want the same things, their wishes are kind of canceled out. So we meet a lot of interesting characters. We get all these people that are stuck inside of a bar. And the bar owner, his wish, which he makes right away, and it's surprising because it's for the benefit of the people who are in the bar at the time. He basically wishes that any wishes that happen outside the bar will not affect the people that are inside the bar, that they're basically safe from those outside wishes, that basically no harm can come to them from outside the bar. So yeah, this guy who runs the bar, he seems like he's one of these, survivalists. It's like he prepared for this moment, and it's all kind of mysterious. Like, how did this guy know something was going to happen? And why is he so prepped out and ready to survive an apocalypse, But, it starts to get really kind of ho-hum towards the center. Time flies by really quickly. They kind of do the whole, if you've ever seen 28 Days Later, they kind of do that where it goes in 8s. And they're like, oh, it's been 8 weeks. Or first it was 8 hours, then it was 8 days, and then it's 8 months and all that. And they kind of jump through time until eventually by the end of the book it's been 8 centuries. And there's some people that were main characters that are still alive, and they don't really explain it, but it's all just genie magic. We're just supposed to take and accept that it's just genie magic. So that's kind of why I really didn't feel so strongly about this by the end. One of the cool things I did enjoy was that the two people who worked on this book, there are a lot of Easter eggs. Like there's you'll see like the wizard guy from Curse Words, or you'll sometimes see characters from God Hates Astronauts, which are other Image comics. So I thought that was kind of fun little Easter eggs you see every once in a while, and I don't know if I ever showed any of those scenes while I'm telling you that. But this was a fun read. It's not horrible. It did have good intentions at the start. I just feel like the way it ended, I felt it was kind of a cheap ending. It was kind of a sappy ending. It could have had a much better ending. It could have panned out a little differently. It is what it is. I think this does have a high rating on Goodreads, but I decided to give this a 3 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads. It's okay. If you want to check it out, it was a fun little sci-fi read. It is kind of mature at moments, but it's not like a lot of sex and nudity kind of mature. It's more for violence, I guess you could say, in language and like, drinking, drugs, that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you want to go check it out, I felt like I would share this with you guys because, like I said, it was a fun, interesting little read. And of course, as always, I will have a link to Amazon down below if you want to buy this. Check it out. Any and all items that are purchased through that link doesn't necessarily have to be this book. It could be anything. It could be like a chapstick or what have you. If you want to buy Charms Blow Pops, for all I care, as long as you're purchasing something through the link, it benefits my channel a little bit. I'm also going to throw out my coffee. If you could buy me a coffee or two to help show your support. If you got something from watching this video, buy me a coffee. And if you're new here and you want to see more comic graphic novel recommendations and reviews, by all means, hit the subscriber button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. That's all I got for you guys. This is a quick one. The artwork is really kind of cool. I like the red, blue, almost like 3D glasses. Because there's this one character called the Idea Man, and he kind of reminds me of the wizard from Curse Words a little bit. Because he kind of has that coif, the way his hair is, and the beard and all that. And he wears the blue-red kind of 3D glasses most of the book. I liked the artwork more so than the story, if that makes any sense. Like I said, very strong start to this, but then it just kind of peters out and just kind of meh towards the end. But it is what it is. Go check it out if you want to, see what could possibly happen with 8 billion genies. Till next time, later guys.